is up, everyone, and welcome back to Across the Board, sponsored by MoneyBall Metrics. You have your normal Friday team here today. You have myself, AlphaDog Bets, here with my guy, JD, from Line Movers. JD, looking fresh as always. How are you today, brother?
Appreciate it, man. Doing good, man. It's Friday. Feels like Friday.
Feel good Friday, baby.
Yep, definitely. It has been a really good week. I feel like I've gotten a lot done, so that's always it's always good.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, looking to have a good Friday and a great weekend.
Love to hear that, bro. Well, I guess it's our job to kind of usher everyone into the weekend, give some people the winners, get on here, chop it up, and cover some of the best baseball games we have on today's Friday slate. JD, let's not take up any more time. Ready to dive into our recap?
Let's go ahead and do it.
Let's get it, brother. My only free play yesterday was the Toronto Blue Jays. I don't know how many times I can come on here and tell you I don't think that the books are valuing the Blue Jays the right way. And we continue to be right. We continue to cash. And Stetsy Boy just dropped it in the chat here. Absolutely. We are crushing with the Blue Jays right now. They've been the most profitable team for me all season. It's been kind of crazy how well we've done on the Blue Jays. So more to come on the Blue Jays today. We can't do a show without covering the Blue Jays when they play. We're at that point right now. So expect to see us talk about the Blue Jays coming up. JD, how'd you do yesterday, brother?
Good, man. I had another winning day. It was a winning day, but I wasn't happy with it. And that's when you know things are going really well.
Yep.
So yeah, looking for today to be an even better day. The Blue Jays, we were all over that one, man. I just didn't understand the line. The Tigers became a public play by actually game time, and that just blew my mind. People still think this is the Tigers of the first half, and they're just I don't know. Like everybody just seems to think that they're just so good, and we've talked on and on about how they're not. Yeah, man.
I got to give you credit. I have to give you credit, JD. I say it every day on this show, and I'm going to have to stop doing it for the amount of times that I'm making you look good here, but it's just the truth. You have been on this show every single day since before the All-Star break saying we are going to see some regression from this Tigers team, and that's what we have seen. So you've been absolutely right about that. J-Bo in the chat already giving us games to go over. We were wrong.
We were both wrong.
Not going to lie, J-Bo. Right before the show, I asked JD, what do you think the J-Bo game of the day is going to be? Neither of us had the Red Sox game, so interesting, but we will definitely cover that for you there. Guys, as always, if there's any games you want us to go over, drop them in the chat. We'll cover every single game you guys want us to go over. JD, anything else in your recap before we get into today's games?
No, that was it. I mean, just as far as the month so far, up, as far as units-wise, up 44.75. So this has definitely been a good month.
Love to hear that. How many units again?
44.75.
That's crazy. And since you've been doing this well, where have you been dropping all your plays that the people can come get those plays and cash with you?
In the MBM Discord, you can find us on X. There's plenty of links there. We actually give out plenty of free plays, but if you want the full plays, you can actually get them. And if you stick around towards the end of the show, we do have a special deal going on today only.
Yep, absolutely. So more to come on that. But before we get into that, JD, you ready to dive into today's breakdowns?
For sure.
Oh, I just got an alert on X that says Jackson Dart finds Cam Scatabo for a long touchdown. Let me tell you, I will be watching the shit out of that as soon as this show is over today. Benjamin is here as well. What's up, brother? We appreciate you tuning in as always. All right, boys, let's dive into today's MLB slate. Going to be starting with the Philadelphia Phillies going to New York and taking on the New York Yankees. I did just tweet this game out. I have a play I absolutely love in this game, so let's break it down. JD, pitching matchup here is the thing that I am targeting. Pitching for the Philadelphia Phillies is Taijuan Walker. Taijuan Walker's 3-5 on the year with a 3.75 ERA. Weirdly, Taijuan Walker hasn't been used as a starter for the bulk of the season. He's been a long reliever, a guy they've used on the pen. He's kind of that sixth starter for the Phillies where most teams have an extra and their injuries have held up, so he hasn't had to be forced into a starting role, but he is back in the starting role today against the New York Yankees. Pitching for the New York Yankees is Will Warren. Will Warren is 6-5 with a 4.91 ERA and a 1.44 whip. JD, we got the Phillies, we got the Yankees. What do you like in this one?
Yeah, man. Taiwan Walker. Just kind of like you just said, he's in that kind of sixth man role here, and he should not be. He should not be starting in the majors.
Yeah, I agree.
That is
Not
simply
anymore. He's too old.
no. He does not have it the way he used to. His numbers, when you just look at them, like surface numbers, they don't look that bad. I mean, he has an
Thank
ERA
you,
of
David. Thank you.
3.75 and a WHIP of 1.38. But I promise you, he pitches much worse than that.
Yeah.
And there are going to be some games soon where he's going to absolutely get blown up. Well, guess what? Tonight he is pitching in the Bronx. It is hot. We got the wind blowing out. These balls tonight are going to be flying. Thomas in the chat just said it there. He bet the over 10. I definitely like that, Thomas. What I'm doing, though, is I'm going to single out Walker here against this Yankees team. And what I took was the Yankees' first 5 team total over 2.5 runs. That's my play here. I really think that they hit him hard tonight. To be honest, the full game over, I really do not mind because this is one of those games where I think both teams will get runs. I just think I know what actually Walker is actually going to do, and I think I know what the Yankees lineup is going to do, so I'm just going to target that.
Yeah, I'm going to be taking the over here, JD. I think we are on the similar page here, what we think this game is going to play out. Thomas, you're on the same page as well, the over 10. It's definitely a VIP play for me. Will Warren just isn't ready to be in the majors, and I hate to say that because he has phenomenal stuff. He has some great underlying metrics to a lot of his breaking balls, his spin pitches. He's been very strong this year in terms of how his stuff is. But in terms of putting all his stuff together and pitching a complete game, he has yet to figure out that recipe in the majors. He is 26 years old. He's getting a little bit up there, so it's about time for him to figure it out. Just hasn't figured it out yet. Last game that he started was against the Braves. That game ended 12-9. We saw a ton of runs there, 21 runs in the game. The game before that was one of the outliers. He did give up 2 runs in that game to the Cubs. It was a 4-1 final. But the game before that was 10-3. The game before that was 11-9. So when this guy's on the bump, we tend to see a lot of runs in the ball game. And not just for Will Warren. We have Taiwan Walker on the other side, who, let me tell you guys, even going back to last year, Taiwan Walker is an AlphaDog fade, one of my favorite pitchers to fade in the major leagues. And you're going to tell me Will Warren's going, Taiwan Walker's going, the weather is 100 degrees, the ball's going to travel. We should see 15 to 20 runs in this game. Might be a game you might want to target some homer props. I know we have a lot of same game parlay people out there. This would be the game I would target to add a couple guys in. But yes, I'm taking the over here, and it's definitely my favorite play on the entire slate for Friday, July 25th. Yeah, this is by far my favorite play. This is going to be a free play for me, posted on Twitter later. I'm all over this in any way I can be. Like I said, I think we're going to see a ton of runs, and a ton of runs early in this contest. All right, JD, ready to move on to the second game of the day that we're breaking down?
Let's do it.
Let's do it, brother. Second game we're breaking down today is going to be the LA Dodgers taking on the Boston Red Sox. And man, what a shitty trap line this one feels like. This game is down to a -120 in favor of the Dodgers. Pitching for the Dodgers is Emmett Sheehan. Sheehan is 1-1 on the year with a 4.41 ERA. On the other side, we have Brayan Bello. Bello is 6-4 with a 3.23 ERA. JD, how many times have I come on this show over the last 2 months since Rafi Devers has been traded and said this Red Sox team is a fade? I just feel that they're a fade, especially right before the trade deadline when they already got rid of Rafi Devers, and does feel like Duran's next. There could be a lot of other role players and players on this team to go next. As the Red Sox know, they are not built to compete this season. However, Dodgers only being a -120 favorite feels a little crazy in this spot. What do you got?
I mean, to me, it kind of makes sense because if you look over the last 10 games, the Red Sox have technically been playing better actually ball. The Dodgers pitching, man. I mean, we've talked about it so much. Like, they have so many guys hurt and all that kind of stuff. But just not that, man. The bullpen has been so bad. Like, way worse than it should be. And once again here, we have another place where it is hot here tonight. It is very hot. This is one of those this is one of those games where I just see a bunch of runs here. I see a bunch of runs because on the mound for the Dodgers, we have Sheehan. I am not a Sheehan guy.
I don't think there's anybody who's a Sheehan guy. Let's be honest. Unless you're
Pro-
a family member of Emmett Sheehan or a good friend you've known since middle school, high school, maybe you dated him in college and you follow his career, that's the only way I think you're a big fan of Emmett Sheehan in 2025.
right. So, this is one of those, it's just a situation where I doubt he goes very long. So we're going to get a bunch of that, the bullpen that I just talked about, and they are struggling big time. Then on the other side, Boston, we have Bayo going, and he's to me kind of tricky because I don't think you can just fully fade him. But he's not a pitcher I really try to back. I just try to find those certain spots to fade.
Yeah.
And with this Dodgers team, this is one of those spots where I'm just going to basically fade both of the teams here. And I'm going to go with the over. You can get a 9.5. This one was bet up to actually 10. Then got bet back down. So that's kind of interesting. But I'm definitely going to go with the over here.
I could definitely see runs in this game as well. This one's tough for me because you know how much I've enjoyed fading the Red Sox and how I truly do believe over the next week they will struggle going into the trade deadline. I do think they are going to be a team that sells off a lot of their guys. I do think the mentality of guys around the ball club is going to be a little off right now, and I'm going to continue to play that. I am going to be taking the Dodgers on the -120. It's my lowest unit play of the day. I'm going to be honest. It's my least confident play on my card, but I'm still confident enough that I am putting it on my card today. I already told you guys my favorite play is that Yankees-Phillies over, but I do still like this Dodgers play enough that it has made my VIP card. I think they'll have no problem getting it done. The one thing that's scary, guys, is the Dodgers are not a good road team. They are 25-22 on the year. They're only 3 games above 500, while the Red Sox are 32-20 at home. They have been a good home team. There's no denying that, but at the end of the day, when it comes down to this game, Brayan Bello is a guy I'm not fully sold on quite yet. I do think he can get hit rather hard, and when he goes through a couple tough innings, that tends to continue for him, and he can get shelled pretty hard. And the Dodgers have the offense to do that to Bello. So I'm going to be taking the Dodgers here. Like I said, it is my lowest unit bet of the day, but I still do like it enough to have it make my card. Anything else you want to add on this game, JD, before we move on?
Also here, just as far as the number that I make here, I'm actually about on it. I have the Dodgers favored, but they're very small favorites. I have them at actually like a -115. So, to me, the line makes sense. So
yeah. Give me 1 second here, JD, because I am tweeting out the next game, and you know what it is, and that's going to be a big breakdown for me here. So, JD,
I know what it is.
Do you have any action on the next game before I intro it?
Yes, I absolutely have to.
All right, well, let's dive right into it, JD. The next game we are going to be breaking down is going to be AlphaDog's favorite team in history, the Toronto Blue Jays. God, I hate how much I love this team this year. But how many days do I have to come on here and yell at all of you that the books don't have this Blue Jays team right? They consistently make them an underdog. They've been the best team in baseball over the last month or so, and they continue to rack up wins for us. So let's dive into this matchup between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Detroit Tigers. Pitching for the Blue Jays is Jose Berrios. Berrios is 6-4 in the year with a 3.87 ERA. On the other side, we have Kiter Montero. Kiter Montero is 4-2 with a 4.28 ERA. JD, the Tigers continue to be favorites, and you continue to tell everyone they're going to regress. You continue to be right when you talk about this Tigers. Back to this game. We got the Blue Jays, we got the Tigers, and you can get the Blue Jays yet again at plus money. What do you like in this matchup?
Yeah, man. Another one. I just don't understand the line, man. Tigers are favorite here. I mean, they are a very, very small favorite, but they are still the favorite, though. I felt like we've seen a lot of these lines the past week, and actually not just with this certain team, but with teams that have actually been hot. They have actually been dogs, and they keep winning. And this is one of those things where, I mean, Yeah, just like Joseph's saying there, you have a hot team, and then you have a cold team. The Blue Jays are they are good in many ways. I will say, as far as the starters here, I think I wouldn't say it's a complete wash, but I am not a Jose Barrios fan. I have made that clear. I do think that he can really get hit. But you have Kiter going on the other side, and I know that actually he can get hit.
Well, here, JD, I have a fun fact for you, though. I know Kiter's been a little shaky on the road this year, but this guy's 3-0 at home. So he has yet to lose a start. So I do understand a little bit why the line is kind of where it is. But at the same time, I agree with you that it's a wash on the pitchers. It's a complete wash. So to me, which team is hitting better right now? Which team is performing better offensively? And what do you think about that?
And I was just about to say they are 3-0, but that's because he was getting backed up by those bats. And those bats are not doing anything.
Correcto.
And that's where, so let's just say the starting pitchers, let's just say it's a wash. Even though I think the Blue Jays have a tiny edge, but actually, let's just say it's a wash. As far as the bullpen, the Blue Jays have the edge there. And then as far as the lineup goes, I think they have a huge edge there. Vibes, like we were talking about, the Blue Jays with this team, they seem like they're one of those kind of vibe teams.
They like each other.
Vibes are high. Yes. Vibes are super high. Tigers, they cannot win a game. Vibes are low. It's just another one, man, where it's when you break it down, it wouldn't even matter if both teams were playing about the same. I think the Blue Jays still have the edge. So then when you add in everything else, I just don't understand how they are not the favorite team here.
I agree with you, JD. So are you officially going to be on the Jays today?
Yes.
I'm with you 1,000%, brother. Would it be across the board sponsored by MoneyBall Metrics if I didn't come on here and tell you to bet the Blue Jays? Guys, how many days I got to do this? You guys know where I'm going with this game. I agree with JD. It's a wash on the pitchers. Jose Barrios, I think, is a little bit better than Kiter Montero, but Montero's pitching at home. Barrios is on the road. I give it basically a wash. Comes down to the batting lineup. And the Tigers have regressed. They have not been hitting. You take a look at what they've done since the All-Star break, guys. They have not been hitting. They've lost 4 games in a row. They got swept by the Pirates. They lost the series to the Rangers. Then they versed the Blue Jays last night, and they lost 11-4, and they were a big favorite. The public was on Detroit again yesterday, JD. I don't comprehend this. How do the books and the public keep taking everyone but the Blue Jays? Like, what do people not see in this team is what I'm trying to figure out. They have solid pitching. They have a good relieving staff, and their offense is fantastic. So what are people not realizing with this Blue Jays team?
It's funny because when you say it like that, I think it's different in this series because, yes, just as far as overall, it seems like the market and the books are not as high on the Jays. But you also, in this instance, you have the market and also the public. As far as the Tigers, they actually still are high on actually them. So here you have both of those. So that's why I think that we are getting this price. David, that's a very random little thing, but
he's been posting them for all the games today. He has the Red Sox stat. He has the Friday stat. A lot of people do go by that. I personally am not a trends guy when it comes to day of the week that you win. I think that's pretty random, but it is a coincidence, I think, that they keep winning on Fridays. But let's be honest, it's not just Fridays. It's fucking Monday through Sunday as well. These guys have been winning so many games over the last month, and they're starting to pull away from the New York Yankees. They're starting to run away with the AL East. They are 4.5 games up. A month and a half ago, they were 7 games back. Yep. That should tell you how well this Blue Jays team has played over the last month. I am, of course, on the Blue Jays here, guys. Definitely my second favorite play of the day today, right after that Yankees over. So let's cash the Blue Jays. JD, love having you on my side with these Blue Jays, and let's cash them as well. Ready to move on to the next game, brother? We have one more pre-scheduled game, but J-Bo gave us 2 additional games to go over. Any other games in the chat, guys, drop them in the chat. It's pretty early. We have a lot of time. Let us know what other games you want us to cover. Next game we're breaking down, JD, is one I don't want to talk about because you and I loved the Guardians yesterday, and man, did they disappoint us. This game is the Guardians going into Kansas City and taking on the Royals. And man, it is so weird to see the Royals as a below 500 team in baseball. at home this year. We all know what they did over the last 2 seasons as a home team. This year, they're 24-26. They're also 50-53 on the year. It's not the same team that we saw last year. On the other side, for the Gardos, they're 51-51. They're a dead 500 team. Same goes their home to road splits. They play exactly the same whether they're on the road or at home. They are 500 exactly, both at home and on the road. Pitching in this game for the Gardos is Gavin Williams. Gavin Williams is 6-4 with a 3.5 ERA. On the other side, Michael Wacha. Michael Wacha Flocka Flame is 4-9 with a 3.6 ERA and a 1.24 whip. JD, ESPN's BPI has this one as a dead even heat as well. Exactly 50% to exactly 50%. What do you like in this one?
Yeah, man. Like when you just look at it, it really does look actually like a 50-50 game. But to me, the biggest difference here is really like as far as Cleveland, they've just been playing well. Just actually like overall, they have been playing well. And tonight they have Gavin on the mound. And actually he's been pitching very well. Matter of fact, his last start out, he pitched extremely well. I know he struck out over 10 guys. I do not have it here. But I definitely know that he at least struck out 10. And then for KC, we have Wacha on the mound. Everybody knows who's been watching the show. I am not a Wacha guy, but I do have to say he has been pitching pretty well.
Yeah.
But here's the big thing. As far as Cleveland, their bats have finally woken up. Royals bats at actually home, they just have not been scoring runs. They just have not been.
Yep.
So for me, I do think that you have an actual hotter team. As far as the bullpen, I think you have an edge there. So give me Cleveland. I actually like them as this small dog.
I like that as well. And there's a couple of reasons why I do kind of like Cleveland. I'm not going to exactly be playing that one, but one thing I want to go over in the specifics with this Guardians-Royals game is Bobby Witt going to play? I think you have to wait to get that information. He is listed as day-to-day with a return date of today, so we still don't know if he's going to be in there yet. He's also a little bit banged up. If he's a true questionable, he's a true day-to-day. We know he's dealing with a couple lingering issues. It's not just one. He's dealing with multiple smaller issues that are kind of compounding on each other. For me, I'm going to take the under in this spot. I know the Guardians bats have woken up, but they do have to travel in this game. And the Royals bats at home have been dead. There's no other way to put it. They've been dead silent at home. So I'm going to take the under in this spot, guys. Wacha's a much better pitcher at home. JD put it very well. He has pitched better than expected this year, at least in my opinion. His record does not indicate that, and his record indicates that the Royals don't hit when he's on the bump. He's 4-9 on the year with a sub 3.75 ERA. He's got a 3.6 ERA, and he's 4-9. That shows you that they're not hitting for him. Let's take a look at his splits. So Michael Wacha is even better at home. His home ERA is a 2.7. Very, very strong home ERA. His record is 2-4 at home when he has a 2.7 ERA. That means those games are averaging a total of 5 to 6 runs per game when he pitches at home. I'm banking that we get a game like that. I'm banking that he has a bigger performance at home, and I'm banking that we see the Royals bats stay cold at home. So give me the under 8.5. It is definitely another VIP play for me. And David, I got to put it up. You've been giving us all the Friday information. I do know people like that, so check it out if you guys are interested in these kinds of data and these kinds of trends. So we appreciate the content, David. Thanks for giving us something to talk about. JD, anything else on this game you want to talk about before we get into a couple of viewer games?
Not on this game, no.
Well, we got one from J-Bo, and then we also have one from, I believe Thomas dropped one in as well. Anyone else have any games? Let us know, because these are the last 2 we got scheduled right now, and it's only 12:25. We got time. Drop more games in there if you want us to cover any additional games. All right, JD, let me pull up this game right here. Which one did I just say we're going over?
Braves game.
The Fighting JDs. Let me pull it up.
I am so excited to go over this game.
Let's go. Pitching for the Fighting JDs is his guy, Joey Wentz. Carson Wentz's twin brother. Fun fact, look it up. He's brothers with Carson Wentz. Is going up against Nathan Eovaldi. ERA for Joey Wentz is 2-1 on the year with a 5.75 ERA and a 1.6 WHIP. On the other side for Eovaldi, he's been Eovaldi. He's 7-3 with a 1.5 ERA and a 0.85 WHIP. All that being said, JD, are you backing Carson Wentz's brother? And just so everyone out there knows, do not Google that. I was 100% lying. That is not Carson Wentz's brother. JD, what do you got?
I was about to say, like, as soon as you just see him, you like know that that's not his brother. Like, man, Braves are done. I'm actually like officially.
Ooh, you're sticking the fork in them.
Yeah, man. Ooh. They are done. They have Joey Wentz actually going on the mound tonight. I mean, that is where the Braves are currently. So that is not a good spot to be in here. He can get hit. This Rangers lineup, I think, can definitely hit him. The Braves bullpen, they've just not been good whatsoever. I think that they can get some runs off of them also. Then for Texas, you have Eovaldi, and man, he's been pitching so well. One of the things that I like about him that he's been doing so well is the first time through, he pitches great to an actual lineup. The actual second time through, he pitches great against them. Normally, for most pitchers, if actually they go deep enough to see those guys for that third time, as far as the batting average, usually goes way up. For him this season, it is not. I don't have it pulled up in front of me right now because I didn't think we were talking about this game, but it's only 100 and something though. Like it is still extremely low. So yeah, he has been pitching just extremely well. I actually do have a play on this game. I'm on the Rangers first 5 minus a half run. I'm not sure if that price has gone up. It probably should. It probably should. I actually like the Rangers like every way though, as far as the full game.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what were you looking at? First 5 run line?
Yeah.
Minus 125 for 0.5 on the Rangers right now.
Yes. You need to bet that.
Yep, I like that as well. I'm on the Rangers full game, guys. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. You can get them at a minus 145. That's right under my threshold of the minus 150. Eovaldi's been an absolute dog, and Carson Wentz's little brother Joey is an absolute gas can. So I am going to be taking Eovaldi at home, this Rangers team at home as well.
I'm going to constantly think of him as Carson Wentz's brother now.
You're welcome. You're absolutely welcome for that. David actually likes the Eovaldi over 17.5 outs because the Braves can't hit lefties. Worst in the league in almost every major category. I agree. I think they're going to score a ton of runs here. So let's see a high-scoring game where the Rangers win this one. 15-0. Sorry, JD. I know you don't want to see that, but it'll be good for the bet. Let's keep it rolling.
No, this is one of those games where everything lines up to where Rangers should smash, and it would be a very Braves thing to do to just come out and win this game.
100%. 100%. It's only a 1-unit play for me. I'll put it that way.
But also,
it's only 1 unit.
Another reason why I like this is because I think there could be 1 or 2 Braves pieces that may be leaving the team.
Correct.
So
Marcel Michel is gone. Well,
they have already sat him. Because as far as Baldwin Drake, my guy Drake, he actually is like one of my new guys. As far as in the lineup, he just has to be there. There we go.
Is that crazy, dude? Is Bublik the guy who's like nuts? Okay, I've seen his videos. Yeah. He's very funny. I root for that guy.
Yes, we have him to finish out a play, so that would be nice.
Okay.
To hit that one. But yeah, as far as actually Murphy, they needed both of them in there. So that is what they've done, and that's going to be good. Hopefully that's good next year. But yes, so.
All right, JD. Well, we have one more game that's requested today from our guy Parlay Prince. We're going to the Mariners. We're going to the Angels. Let's break this down. Pitching for the M's is our guy Brian Wu. He's actually our guy. Both of us are big fans of Brian Wu. He is elite, in my opinion, especially at home. He's 8-5 on the year with a 2.9 ERA and a 0.94 WHIP. He has pitched 120 innings. In 120 innings, he's only allowed 16 homers. Well, on the other side is Jose Soriano. He's also pitched 120 innings, and he's allowed 5 homers in 120 innings. That's pretty crazy. The only difference between these two pitchers are the control. Jose Soriano has walked 57 batters in 120 innings. That means every other inning he is having a walk. Well, Brian Wu has only allowed 22 walks on the year in the same amount of innings. JD, this Angels team is better at home. They're 24-24 at home, while they're 49-54 on the year. So they're 5 games below 500 on the road, and they are a 500 ball club at home. On the other side for the Mariners, who, by the way, made a very big trade yesterday, in my opinion. They acquired Josh Naylor from the D-backs, which was the first big trade of the MLB trade deadline season, the first big domino to fall. So we will see what happens from that trade. But the Mariners have acquired first baseman in that deal. So the Mariners are on a high right now, in my opinion, JD. They just made a big deal. They're obviously going to be they're going to be buyers, not sellers. People weren't really sure because they are only 7 games above 500. But it looks like the Mariners are going to go for it this year. To me, that turns them into a bet-on team right now. That is a big backing from your organization. When you're roughly around the 500 ball club and the organization goes and adds more talent to the team, that shows you they believe in you and they are going for it. I do think that's big for the locker room mentality. JD, what do you like in this spot?
For sure. First off, I would like to talk about last night's game. Well, yeah. I mean, as far as the Angels, I was on them, but that's one of those plays that I'm going to take every time because I bet that at minus. Well, as far as personally, I actually bet that at minus 115. The line closed at minus 155. So yes, the play lost, but that opening price was not right. So there's one of those cases where guys like we are going to lose a ton of games. I mean, we actually just are. But that's one thing where we're like I always talk about price, and that is where yes, I lost that play, but I'm not mad because I know that I bet a good price there.
100%.
And actually, I know that over a full season where baseball, we bet a ton of games. As long as I keep doing that everything's going to be okay.
Absolutely.
So anyway, tonight, the Angels are fucking dead to me. Man. Soriano, he is not good at home. He's just one of those guys. Where he's not good at home. He's also one of those guys where sometimes I just don't know what I'm going to get because he can pitch very well. But on the other side here, like you said, Wu is here. He is a guy that we like to back. I specifically like to back him at home. That's where I prefer to back him. But the Mariners would be the only way that I could lean here. I'm actually not sure. Yeah.
I agree, Benjamin. I agree. They're not a team I back frequently, and yesterday I ended up pulling the trigger, and they really pissed me off. So I'm with you. I'm on the FLA train, but I also am taking the Mariners in the spot, JD. I'm going to be short and sweet. Brian Woo's an absolute dog. You put it perfectly. Soriano kind of sucks at home. And the Mariners are riding a high right now. They, like I said in the intro, they just went and acquired more pieces. So I think they're going to have a big performance today, and we should see a big game from the M's in this spot. Anything else you want to add on this game, JD?
No, man. This game just – I would expect the Mariners to be favored by a little bit more here. And that's what kind of just gives me kind of a weird feeling. And today, honestly, I have a lot of action. So this is a game that I just stayed away from.
I don't blame you. It has made my VIP card, but it is only a 1-unit play for me as well. All right, JD, we still have just about 1,000 people rocking with us. We're about to get into our best bets. You ready to dive in?
Let's do it.
JD, I'm looking at the little videos we have here that we have options for, and I see that little Knicks video you made a little while ago. I almost clicked that one. Let me just tell you, I almost clicked the Let's Go Knicks video. But we are here for best bets for today, Friday, July 25th. JD, how many do you have for the people today?
Man, I haven't even picked any out yet.
Also, one thing I want to add for everyone to know before we do get into best bets, there's a big game tonight between the Washington Nationals and the Minnesota Twins. It's only a big game because the Washington Nationals are pitching Mackenzie Gore, one of the better young pitching prospects in the major leagues. Last night it did leak out that Mackenzie Gore is available for the right price on the trade deadline this year. So this could be his last start there, and I promise you, a lot of teams that need starting pitching help will be dialed in to see how Mackenzie Gore does in that start against the Twins tonight. So if you're somebody who loves the trade deadline like I do, hold on, just got to trade. We got to trade. Who is it? Anyone good? Nope. It's a recap of the Naylor trade. I take it back. It is a recap of the Naylor trade. So no current live trade. But like I said, I would watch that Mackenzie Gore start. If you're big into the trade deadline like I am, I want to see how he does. Maybe he'll be good enough to pitch in the pinstripes. Who knows? JD, best bets, what you got?
Man, I'm going to go with 2 here. Let's just go first with it's now become like our team. I guess it's just the show's team now. Give me the Blue Jays. Give me them on the money line. You can currently get a -103 at over at DraftKings. So yeah, definitely like that one. And then give me the game that we talked about, man. Give me the Rangers and give me actually them on that first 5 -0.5 run. I really think that's a cheap price here.
I am with you 1,000%. I'm going to go here. I'm taking the show's team. I'm taking my team. I'm taking the Toronto Blue Jays on the money line at the -103 odds. So what? I got to give at least one more. You guys already know my favorite play of the day, so fuck it. We're going to give it out again. Phillies, Yankees, over 10. We may see 20 runs in the ball game tonight. Legitimately, we may see 20 in the Yankees-Phillies game tonight. JD, it's been a fun week, brother. We've talked about all the games. And we have a big week upcoming next week. And really, we're just getting back into the full of sports, guys. We're less than a month away from college football. We're gearing up towards MLB playoffs. We're gearing up for the NFL season. We're almost back to having a full slate of sports every single day. We know that a lot of people aren't full baseball guys, but we know if you're rocking with us every day like a lot of you guys are, that you are full baseball guys with us. So we appreciate that. And for the ones out there who are not fully into the baseball, we're just less than a month to football. So stick with us. We're almost to the sport that you care about the most. JD, Thomas is saying MBM rules. I agree to that. Anything else to add to the MBM rules?
Well, man, speaking of football,
before you do, Benjamin.
Oh, yeah.
Benjamin.
Sweet.
Welcome to Across the Board. That is not a baseball show. We started this show as a baseball show, but this show is an all-encompassing full-year show. We do not take time off, and we do cover every sport that is in season. So if you want a football show, brother, guess what? You fucking got one. JD, I apologize. Continue.
Yeah, I'm pumped to just get the football shows back actually going here.
And we have some big guests already lined up for NFL season. We have some big changes coming for NFL season. You guys are going to love what we do with the football show.
I was about to say, yeah. I guess that there's a lot of people here that have never seen an actual football show from us, and the football shows that we do are never just us. We always have guests on. Sometimes we have guests for basically certain teams,
Yep.
And stuff like that, and just some guys that we know that actually know their stuff and just love to talk some ball.
Yep.
So yeah, believe me, there will be. Those are big shows.
Oh yeah.
Believe me.
And they're usually like an hour and a half an episode. They're very big shows.
Yeah, they do tend to last a little bit longer.
Yeah, we end up not shutting up on those shows, unfortunately, but it is what it is.
But yeah, NFL though, futures. I actually dropped my first one the beginning of this week. It is a 5-unit one. It's one I really like. I'm dropping my second one this afternoon. It is a 3-unit play.
Is it the one I told you before the show?
No.
Then I need to hear what it is. I'm very curious to hear what it is.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely gonna be dropping that this afternoon. But guys, look, this whole entire month for like me has been going very well. Today I have a max tennis play that goes this evening. We're on a 8-1 max play run. You can get that currently for half price, and that's not just my plays. You can get the whole MBM team's plays. Use code MAX, MAX, and you can get 50% off any. You can do that for a week, a month, 3 months, a year. We do not normally do that. So definitely take advantage of that. That is once again promo code MAX. And I'm not going to tell y'all what I told Alpha that actually I was going to say to you.
Damn, I was looking forward to that.
But buy the play, guys. Just buy the play.
It's going to hit. We're going to win. And we're going to have an absolutely massive weekend, JD. I'm excited to get back on here on Monday and chop it up with the boys. Hopefully, a little peel back the curtain. I should be attending New York Giants spring training. Not spring training. That's fucking baseball. Mini camp on Monday. And I will be back in time for the show. So we'll recap on the Giants minicamp, talk about some of the rookies they had, Jackson Dart, Abdul Carter. Should be a very fun show. Plus, we have a full slate of baseball. JD, do what you do and get me the fuck out of here for the weekend.
Guys, it's Friday. I hope everybody has a great Friday. Hope everybody has a great weekend. And let's just keep the winners rolling. Let's fucking win, guys.
Let's fucking win. We appreciate every single one of you. We will see you Monday. Let's have a big weekend. Peace out, everyone.